inspired you to look into taking karate, specifically Kenpo?
Okay. About 8 months ago, coming out of COVID and a battle with cancer, wanted to get out of the house, be physically active, hang out with people, be social. And with the state of the world, the self-defense aspect was definitely part of the plan here. I had been searching literally for years for a karate school within a decent radius of home that was not a corny McDojo type of place. And I was super happy to see that all of a sudden, poop up on Google, Panther Kenpo was, less than a third of a mile from home. So after coming down and meeting Mr. Max for a free trial, it was a no-brainer, and we've been here ever since.
Awesome. What inspired you to want to take Kenpo with your dad?
Well, my dad kind of, he was looking for it, like he just said, and he brought me along with him, because at the time I did nothing but sit up in my room and play video games. And yeah, when we came down here, you met Mr. Max, and it was just immediate, this was fun, he's a cool guy, and just took off.
Awesome. Overall, how do you feel about Mr. Max as your instructor? Is he good at what he does? What do you think of him?
He's an interesting guy. You could tell he's got a wealth of knowledge, a lot of skills, Kenpo and Iaido and all the mixed martial arts. He's got a ton of knowledge, but I think what might be most impressive about him is his ability to teach. He teaches a crusty old guy like me, a teenager like Sean, and I've seen him get on his knees and teach to, little 6-year-old kids too.
Nice.
And he's sincere in every bit of it. He's got a plan. You can tell that. I don't know every step of the plan, but you can definitely tell that he's building a foundation here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next.
And how do you feel about your teacher?
Well, yeah, my dad kind of stole all the words out of my mouth. He's a cool guy. He's very relatable, at least for me. And yeah, he's sincere about everything. He can't tell a lie, and he's just overall a pretty cool dude.
He's got some great stories.
Yeah.
Some of the best parts are not when he's teaching us karate moves or anything like that, but he's just reminiscing about his life, which appears to be all over the world. And he's got some really neat things to say. So it's fascinating to just sit back and listen to him.
Yeah, my next question with you is, do you guys remember your first class, besides the trial, just your first class as you're getting into it? What was the first experience like for you?
Go ahead, you go first.
Well, yeah, I remember the first time I came down here, just showed up, met Mr. Max, right off the start, I could tell, he was cool. But when I first arrived, I had a history assignment that needed to be done that night, so I had to leave that night. But the next day that was available, we came back down and enjoyed it a lot.
I don't remember exactly what happened that first class, but one thing that definitely stands out is, in addition to Mr. Max being a great teacher, it's a great vibe here. I've spent a lot of time with you, Miss Connor, Miss Jillian, fantastic instructors. But in addition to that, the other people here, the green belts and the blue belts, everybody's willing to help each other out. We were white belts, and they took the time to, say, no, put your feet this way, and just give us little hints. And it's gotten to the point where even me, still a novice, I go and try to help out, the new white belts that are coming into class.
Overall, how has Kenpo changed for you two so far?
Don't know that it's entirely because of Kenpo, but I've lost about 15 pounds since I started here. I've done a little cardio outside of class too, so that's definitely part of it. So yeah, there's definitely some physical changes. There's also very subtle little changes too. For example, the other day I was painting some trim in the bedroom of a house, and my big head was blocking the light, so it was in the shadow. So without even thinking, I kind of switched into a soft bow and painted up like that, and I was able to paint the line easily.
Yeah, you can't exactly tell the big things in life that it changes, but you can tell it changes your life a lot. If you actually think back and look at it, you can notice even little things, to the point where before I started taking classes, when me and my friends would go out just here and there, we would all just kind of walk around, and then to the point where 2 days ago we went down to Washington, D.C., and my friends wanted me to lead because I was the one that was trained in martial arts.
You may not be able to see all the changes, but as your dad, I certainly do. Sean has a lot more confidence now, and at least not in that room playing video games all day, every day, too.
That's awesome, you guys. So my last question to you guys is, what would you say to potential new students who are thinking of joining class?
Try it for at least a couple days or so. You'll definitely see that it's something you want to spend your time on. If it's not right for you, I can understand, but I'd definitely give it a shot.
There's really nothing to be scared of, and no reason why not to. Like Sean said, come on out, try it. I believe the first lesson's free, so there's really no strings attached. I assure you, you'll find it fun, entertaining, and you'll get a little bit of exercise, and you're going to meet some really great people. So it's in the neighborhood. You should definitely stop by.